You know, some people look at everyone who makes a bag as like he's reading way too much into it, or he's gone crazy or something like that. He's wasting time. I admire people who make preparations for unforeseen emergencies. So I really give a big 2 thumbs up to everybody on YouTube who makes videos of their EDCs, their get home bags and all, because they're sharing their knowledge with other people who have the same interest. And by seeing someone else's bag, you get so many ideas, so many other leads of how to get to other things that you may have not thought about, putting this in your bag. And if you do ever come across a need for it, you're so much more well equipped and prepared. Hopefully never needing the things, but should you have so much more confidence because you have done some preparation for just such a situation. So YouTubers who do the videos, keep going. And this is a look at my EDC bag in transition. I've just bought a new one. It arrived today. I'm upgrading from a lesser known or lesser quality product by my standards to a Maxpedition bag. Same style, same size, just something a little bit thicker for a more long-term purpose. So stay tuned. Okay, I have everything laid out, and before I transfer and put everything into the new bag, there we go, from one to another. A Fox Tactical to a Maxpedition, and we're going to start over here in the food section right there. Here, just because I really care about my food, I have chili and beans, Spam single, salmon and tuna, 2 Nature Valley snack bars, 2 beef jerkies, 2 government issue peanut butter, military peanut butter. I have about a half gallon worth of mix for bouillon, chicken bouillon, and since bouillon doesn't have much nutritional value, I put 6 Mega Man ground up vitamins in with this. I have 4 flavors for water. All of them are the energy line, and sometimes your water's not going to taste so great, and this will help disguise it. An empty water bottle and a little nozzle put on this one, actually just a hole in it to make it somewhat of a nozzle in case I'm in a situation where I need to wash but I can't spare very much water. I can squirt it out rather than pour it and lose an extra water out of there. Somewhat of a heavy duty spoon and a spork. I have a can opener, and that pretty much covers the food section of it. Now we're going to go into my water. The water section is composed of, first, the bandana for filtering. I have heavy micron coffee filters for filtering. Right here, we have a Sawyer Mini with the squeeze bottle and straw for filtering. We have treatment to treat the water with, as well as a stove with a cup to boil the water. I like this situation. It made me get rid of one of my other stoves simply because it nestles just like that, and the bottle will fit inside of there. I like that setup so much. And a lid on a pot does help it to boil faster. So that's pretty much all the cooking, food, and water treatment in that section. Moving on down, we're going to go to shelter. This is a sleeping bag liner, something that's smaller. A sleeping bag obviously wouldn't fit in the kit. So a thinner, but still same form and shape, a sleeping bag liner. A poncho, Fox Tactical on that. I have a 5x7 tarp with pegs and cord for holding it and securing it. I have a vinyl tarp with 2 stakes. Down here I have a space blanket for 1 or 2 people, as well as another poncho right here. So this is for a second person. Between all this, that should be shelter. 2 tarps, 2 bivvy style blankets, these 2 tarps, and then the puncher also serves as a tarp. So I'm covered quite a ways. Cordage, definitely covering redundancy by being with 12 foot of heavy duty line here, heavy duty rope. I have 2 50-foot rolls of 550 cord, 550 bracelet, and this is just some light duty twine that I would use to not waste my pearl cord or my larger rope when I'm just wanting to secure something small or doing some fishing with it. Signaling. Let's look at nighttime signaling first. I have that reflector flashing light there in red. It does different modes as far as fast, a slow, and an SOS, and a steady beam. Just below that I have 2 flares. Then for daytime signaling I have 2 smoke grenades and a reflective mirror, signaling mirror. So 2 for day and 2 for nighttime signaling if I'm in an emergency situation. Right here we have my fishing section. That's a fishing kit that I have 30 foot of twine, that same earlier twine, leaders, hooks, sinkers, and 2 balloons that I would use as bobbers, all in that one little case right there. And as you see right beside it is the mini fishing kit with the pin rod. And I haven't used that yet, but I look forward to playing around with that. I think that might be a lot of fun. Okay, for fire I have a big lighter, a mini big lighter, a forever match. Right above those I have a Coghlan striker and rod. Then down below in the kit for in the sheath of my SOG Jungle Primitive, and the blue straw I have stormproof matches and a striker. In the red one I have igniters, little cotton fire stripe fire starters. And over in my green pouch here that's attached to the strap of the bag, right there we have the same thing again, fire or stormproof matches and their striker. Right above that, that is about 20 cotton balls impregnated with Vaseline. For cutting and processing, we have a pocket knife right there by Smith & Wesson. It's the executive model. Below that we have a sharp chef paring knife. Below that we have a Charade SCHF2SM, which means it's a hollow one-piece knife, molded all in one piece, survival knife with a small tool set in the rear end of it. The meat and potatoes comes down to that SOG Jungle Primitive, which also will allow me to process my wood, as well as that Coghlan's folding saw. And one more knife located right there. So we do have a knife in that multi-tool. Oh, hold on. And in that multi-tool we have a knife as well. Okay. Lighting, we have a Cree Q5, and that is a very bright light for a single AA battery. Right next to it we have a Mag Pro light, Mini Mag Pro, that's supposedly 210 lumens, 220 lumens bright. Above that, for a headlamp, we have a Black Diamond 100 lumen headlamp. There's rechargeable batteries in that. That's why you see the rechargeable cord with it. Where it goes, this cord goes with it. And below that, right down here by the SOG again, inside of its little personal sheath, there's a micro mini mag light right there. So I have 4 lights. Once again, covering redundancy. Since we're down here, we're going to go ahead and go over the first aid.
It's a basic standard first aid kit that I've added and tried to beef up a little bit more. I've added some things to it, such as pain medicine, general pain medicine, some Carmex, some super glue, some Tums for upset stomach, and quite a few more bandages and alcohol prep wipes, as well as a little bit more antibiotic cream and ointment. Just to the left there, you'll find my insect preparation. I have some wipes just for the hard to get to spots for the off botanical wipes, and right above them you'll see Repel with 40% DEET, and for those that get through, there's Sting Ease for those bites that do get through, with poison ivy relief and sting and bite itch relief to it. That stuff works pretty good. I've had to use that, and it was pretty good. Aggressive hunting. I don't want to necessarily give off my location to everybody around, so it comes down to a squirrel or rabbit or a close bird. I'm going to give it a shot with my slingshot. In the blue straw, I have some smaller ball bearings, and in the two red ones, they're a bit larger in caliber and size and weight type ball bearings. So I don't have to tell everybody within a mile or 2 mile radius that I'm out shooting for a little bird with a high caliber gun. I can just take my chances with a slingshot. Right above those, you'll find a little bit of a defense and protection in my pepper spray. And to the left of that, that is a stick of oil or lubrication. It's just a lube stick, lubricating whatever I might need to, the joints of my saw or my knife, or maybe this tripod. That is a monocular. Tools, I think we already went over this one, but there's that multi-tool is mostly catering to those who do fishing. It's got a much longer nose on the needle nose pliers, and yeah, I think that was more catered to the fishing area. Actually, and that's the department I found it in at the store, was in the fishing area. So I think this is what they were mostly making that multi-tool for. It has the saw and the hook retriever and the knife on it, so it has all the basic things on it, as well as that one there. That's a Leatherman. That's one of the lower end Leathermans, but even a low end Leatherman is better than most others in tools. Also in tools, like I say, for processing wood, we have a saw, we have a sharpener for the knives, we have a pair of scissors just for cutting into things where you might need to be a little bit more accurate and have a cross cut it. Those are very good pair of electrician scissors. Passive hunting, we have two types of wire there, two small gauges of wire for making the main trap I do know how to make, and that's a snare trap. Right below them in that package there is a much larger gauge wire for a little bit larger game. I don't know if that's cordage or whatever, but it's Velcro, two different types and sizes of Velcro. I like Velcro as opposed to tie wraps because Velcro is much more reusable over and over again. You just cinch down a tie wrap, it's done. You have to cut it loose to get something off of it, and it's done with, it's over. Right there we have AA and AAA batteries for my flashlights. Keep them powered. We have two forms of compasses, combination whistle, combination temperature thermometers, and right below them there's going to be another button type thermometer, along with 5 non-weight rated carabiners. This is just mostly for securing my tarp out, you know. And then there's one with a much more higher, I'm sure that's like a chain type carabiner right there. That's the D-ring, so you know that can handle almost any kind of job. Cleanup, got a full package of 20 wet wipes, and it has 99.89% germ killing abilities of those, and as well as down here in my smaller kit I have hygiene things right there: toothpaste, medicated lotion, Q-tips, and a good bar of soap. and right beside that is a survival card, that little multi-tool survival card type deal. These two right there, those are bear bells. Don't know where I'm going to be and don't want to surprise anything like a bear, so that would help in that case, in any animal. But also these are pretty much my signaling system. If I'm sleeping in an area where I'm not familiar with and wondering about things, I'll run some of that camouflage paracord about 6 inches off the ground at the entryways to where I'm trying to camp at for the night, and if I hear those bells go off, I know something's entered the perimeter of where I'm staying at. So it's pretty much my burglar alarm system there. Well, that's it. Got it all packed up now. This is my survival kit. I start off with a very little thing like this and pretty much crap in it. I've upgraded and upgraded to the point where I'm satisfied with what is in it, and it gives me enough confidence to feel that in a situation of emergency, this would increase my chances of getting through it. Thanks for watching. Now let's start the comments. Thumbs up and thumbs down.